Go Cubs! Hopefully we'll get back to baseball soon. Well, good morning everybody. It's another nice day out here. My name is Jordan Scott, and on this channel I talk about farming, the equipment we use, and the daily life of a farmer. There's some equipment going by already. It's a nice day out here, very low breeze. So today I'm doing some more spraying, some bean spray. It's been super windy the last couple days, like 30 to 40 mile an hour winds. And that's just not good conditions for spraying at all. So we have been sitting still for a couple days, waiting for a good weather break to be able to spray. And today is that day. Earlier this week, a judge in the 9th District in California ruled against dicamba, which is a chemical that we use. There was a lawsuit over some crops that got damaged because of dicamba that was drifting, and the judge ruled in favor of the damaged crops. I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to get into who was right or wrong or anything like that. All of these products that we use go through a very long process of approval. The EPA has canceled the registration for dicamba. To have it canceled and not be available to use anymore is not a good thing for farmers. Just when we think can't get any worse, we lose another tool in our toolbox, and this will just make applications more expensive and harder, and that's not what we need at this point. There's a lot of bugs out today. So to lose another tool in our toolbox is not a good thing, but we're farmers. We can adapt. We will find a way to make it work. Now the EPA has said any existing stocks we can use until the end of July. July 31st is the cutoff date. So any dicamba that's out there can get applied and used up until that date. So that's actually what I'm going to be spraying today. We have a field that was not planted last year due to being too wet. So I'm going to go and apply some dicamba to that and get a good burn down. So I wanted to clarify a little bit on the dicamba registration that was canceled by the EPA. The dicamba registration was only a 2-year registration anyway, so at the end of this year it was going to be canceled regardless of this lawsuit, but this lawsuit has been going on for about 2 years. On our farm we do have some, so we're okay to use it still. A lot of people haven't got their dicamba yet, and now they won't be able to get it because you won't be able to buy it from your elevator or supplier or wherever you get it. Again, I don't know the full details on the lawsuit or even what happened, but all I know is dicamba got canceled and it's not good for us here in South Dakota. So enough about that. Let's get back to the video. Alright, I got my recipe list. Tells me what to put in and when. Bam, bam, bam. So that everything gets mixed correctly. But we're ready to go again. Let's get mixing. Well, one thing you'll learn if you ever run a sprayer is always carry a bunch of extra parts. I was just unfolding the boom and the calibration wasn't set, so I had to reset the calibration, and then I went to unfold it and it swung way back for no reason. I hit the button that is supposed to just unfold the boom, which it did, and then the whole boom just went straight back into this fence post right behind me, and this happened right here. It's not good, but luckily the actual part that carries all of the mix is not broken, so hopefully that'll still work. There's only 2 nozzles past that, so I'm hoping that I'll still have enough pressure to get product to those nozzles, but I need to get this changed out because it broke. Okay, that's fixed. Let's try to get something done. Hopefully that's not too big of an issue, but I guess we'll find out.
You're about to find out.
Okay. Now I think we're ready to get going. Let's try again. All right, it looks like that section is doing just fine, even with that little nick on the boom.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then? I've heard worse.
It's doing okay. All the things are working. All the nozzles are spraying. Pressure looks good on those 2 that are after that kink, and we're gonna keep going. All right, we got that field done. That's good. But I see the grass is moving a little more and the winds are picking up, so I am going to quit spraying for the day. We're supposed to get like 30 to 40 mile an hour winds again. Right now they're only at about 15, but we're done for the day and we'll see what else we can get done. Alright, we found something else to do. We are gonna take the combine in. Just filling up with some fuel right now. We gotta take it back in. There is an exhaust leak. It's about right here. We'll take it in and get it fixed. This was something that the dealership was gonna fix before. They thought they had it fixed, but they didn't. So we gotta take it back in and get it finished up right. But we gotta get some diesel on. Alright, we are at the dealership to drop this off. We'll leave it here and let them do their thing and come back and get it. I'm getting some more spraying done, or trying to. It's supposed to be windy this afternoon, so I'm going to try and get a load out at least this morning before the wind comes up. And I thought about what we're spraying today and why we have so many different chemicals. And I thought I'd just mention that to you guys. The reason we have so many different chemicals is the weeds that we're spraying with whatever it is, whether it's Roundup or dicamba or any other chemical out there, those weeds will actually grow a resistance to the chemical. It's bright. Over time, those weeds will grow a resistance to that chemical, so we have to change it up and use a different chemical on those weeds in order to kill them effectively. Otherwise, we would just have to increase the rate and use more and more of a chemical to kill a weed, and that's not cost effective or environmentally friendly. The reason we use a bunch of different products is to basically keep the weed guessing and not be able to set up a defense for our chemicals. So we are out spraying some more beans today, and as soon as we're loaded up here, I'm watching the sight tube to make sure I don't overflow and spill. So on my iPad here, before we start spraying, I have put in our application, everything that we're spraying, so that will track it for me, so I can come back and check my iPad and look at the days I sprayed and the wind conditions and the temperature and things like that. It's just a lot of good information for us right here. You guys can see the tram lines that we planted, or didn't plant, I guess. It makes it really easy to spray. We got 6 rows in the middle. You go right down the middle one, and the wheels go right down the tram lines, and you don't run over any beans that way, or hopefully, because we're not using GPS. I am actually steering the sprayer. I'll turn around at the end here and show you. Well, it looks like that's all we're gonna get done today for spraying. It is getting windier. I don't want to spray in the wind, so looks like we're done spraying today, which is okay because I have a meeting to get to at the golf course.
Cinderella story, out of nowhere, a former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion.
It looks like I'm a wreck. It's in the hole!
It's men's league day again, and when it's windy like this, it makes it, I feel better about going golfing because I can't be spraying.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
But I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to click that like button, smash it if that's what you're into. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.